Hi and welcome back to Tipsy Traveler. We hope you all are doing well. So in today's video we will learn about constraints in itinerary preparation. Constraints in itinerary preparation. Effective itinerary preparation involves careful consideration of various constraints that may impact the planning process and execution of the trip. These constraints can be broadly categorized into personal, financial, logistical, and external factors. Personal constraints, financial constraints, time constraints, logistical constraints, external constraints, mitigating constraints, personal constraints, travel preferences and interests. Interests and passions. Travelers should prioritize activities and attractions that align with their interests and passions, whether it's exploring historical landmarks, indulging in culinary experiences, or immersing themselves in nature. Travel style. Consider whether you prefer a fast-paced itinerary with numerous activities or a more leisurely approach with ample time for relaxation and exploration. Cultural preferences. Be mindful of local customs and traditions, ensuring that your itinerary aligns with your cultural sensitivity and comfort level. Physical limitations and accessibility. Physical abilities. Consider your physical abilities and limitations when selecting activities and destinations. Ensure that chosen activities are appropriate for your fitness level and any physical limitations. Accessibility needs. Factor in accessibility needs for transportation, accommodation, and attractions. Choose options that are accessible for individuals with disabilities or mobility challenges. Health considerations. Research any potential health risks associated with the destination, such as specific vaccinations or precautions against illnesses. Time constraints. Trip duration. The overall length of the trip imposes time constraints on the itinerary. Prioritize must-see attractions and allocate sufficient time for each activity while considering travel time between destinations. Travel dates. Consider seasonal variations in travel demand and availability. Avoid peak seasons if possible to minimize crowds and potentially higher prices. Pace of travel. Determine your preferred pace of travel, whether it's a fast-paced exploration or a more relaxed immersion. Allocate time accordingly based on your preference. Financial constraints. Budget. Cost estimation. Create a detailed budget that accounts for all potential expenses, including transportation, accommodation, activities, meals, souvenirs, and any additional costs. Cost management. Track your spending throughout the trip to ensure you stay within your budget. Look for cost-effective options, such as using public transportation, opting for local dining experiences, and seeking out free attractions. Currency fluctuations. Be mindful of exchange rates and currency fluctuations, especially when traveling internationally. Consider exchanging currency at favorable rates and understanding local pricing. Value for money. Seek out discounts. Research and take advantage of available discounts, promotions, and special offers for transportation, accommodation, and activities. Alternative options. Explore alternative activities and attractions that offer good value for money. Consider local experiences and hidden gems off the beaten path. Negotiation. In certain cultures, negotiation is customary for goods and services. Be prepared to negotiate politely to secure better deals. Logistical constraints. Transportation options and schedules. Research and availability. Thoroughly research transportation options, including flights, trains, buses, or car rentals, considering their schedules, availability, and travel times. Booking deadlines. Book transportation well in advance, especially for peak seasons or popular destinations, to secure desired options and avoid last-minute complications. Connections and transfers. Plan for connections and transfers between different modes of transportation, allowing sufficient time for check-in procedures and potential delays. Accommodation availability and rates. Seasonality and demand. Consider the seasonality of travel and demand for accommodation in your chosen destinations. Book accommodation in advance, especially during peak seasons or popular destinations. Accommodation options. Research different types of accommodation options, such as hotels, hostels, homestays, or vacation rentals, to suit your budget, preferences, and group size. Location and amenities. Consider the location of accommodation in relation to attractions, transportation hubs, and desired amenities. Visa and entry requirements. Research and application. Research visa and entry requirements for specific destinations well in advance. Apply for necessary visas or permits promptly to avoid delays and potential complications. Documentation and validity. Ensure you have all necessary documentation, such as passports, visas, and travel insurance, and that they are valid for the duration of your trip. Health requirements. Be aware of any health requirements or vaccinations necessary for entry into specific destinations. External constraints. Weather conditions. Research and planning. Research weather patterns and seasonal variations in the destination. Plan activities that are appropriate for the expected weather conditions. Flexibility and adaptation. Be prepared to adjust the itinerary based on actual weather conditions. Consider alternative indoor activities or flexible scheduling for outdoor activities. Safety precautions. Take necessary precautions during inclement weather, such as staying informed about weather alerts, avoiding hazardous areas, and following local safety advisories. Political stability and safety. Travel advisories and warnings. Stay informed about current travel advisories and warnings issued by relevant government agencies for the destination. Local safety. Research the safety situation in the destination and take appropriate precautions, such as being aware of surroundings, avoiding unsafe areas, and respecting local customs. Mitigating constraints. Flexibility. Be prepared to adjust the itinerary as needed to accommodate unexpected changes or constraints. Embrace spontaneity and allow for flexibility to enhance the travel experience. Thorough research. Conduct thorough research on the destination, transportation options, accommodation, and activities to make informed decisions and minimize potential issues. Early booking. Book transportation and accommodation well in advance to secure availability and potentially better rates. Contingency planning. Develop contingency plans for potential disruptions or unexpected events, such as flight cancellations or inclement weather. Communication. Communicate with travel companions or family members to ensure everyone is on the same page regarding the itinerary and any potential adjustments.
Ever wondered how to plan your travel efficiently? Today, we'll delve into the concept of itineraries. An itinerary is essentially your travel blueprint. It's a detailed plan that outlines your journey from start to finish, encompassing elements such as your route, dates, times, activities, and other essential details. Think of it as your personal travel guidebook, uniquely tailored to your journey. The beauty of an itinerary lies in its ability to make your travel more organized and less stressful. It helps you manage your time efficiently, ensuring you get the most out of your journey. It aids in effective budgeting, keeping those pesky overspending habits at bay. And most importantly, it provides a sense of structure, reducing the need to make on-the-spot decisions. So whether you're a seasoned adventurer or a first-time wanderer, understanding what an itinerary is the first step to efficient travel planning. So, why exactly do we need an itinerary? Well, the first and most practical reason is efficient time management. An itinerary is like a personal assistant, keeping you on track and ensuring you make the most of your time. It's your day-to-day planner, mapping out your activities so you won't miss any important sights or experiences. It's like having your very own tour guide, but one that's been custom-made just for you. Next, we have effective budgeting. When you're in a new place, it's easy to get carried away with spending. But with an itinerary, you can plot out your expenses in advance. You'll know exactly what you're spending on each day, helping you stick to your budget and avoid any nasty surprises at the end of your trip. The third purpose of an itinerary is to provide organized and stress-free travel. Let's face it, traveling can be stressful. There are so many details to keep track of and so many decisions to make on the spot. But an itinerary takes away much of that stress. It provides a sense of structure and direction. You know where you're going, what you're doing, and when you're doing it. No more last-minute decisions or frantic searches for things to do. Lastly, an itinerary improves communication and coordination. If you're traveling with others, an itinerary ensures everyone is on the same page. It's a roadmap that everyone can follow, making sure you all know where to be and when. And even if you're traveling alone, it's a great way to let your loved ones back home know your plans. In essence, an itinerary is more than just a plan. It's a tool that helps you manage your time, budget your expenses, reduce stress, and improve communication. It's a way to make your travel experience smoother, more organized, and ultimately more enjoyable. Having an itinerary not only ensures you have a plan, but also saves you from potential travel mishaps. Knowing that we need an itinerary is great, but what type of itinerary should you choose? This question often puzzles many travelers, but don't worry, we're here to help you make sense of it all. First, we have general tour itineraries. These are designed with a broad audience in mind, covering a wide range of interests. They typically feature popular attractions and activities, serving as a reliable starting point for travelers new to a destination. Next, we have personalized itineraries. These are custom-tailored to suit the unique preferences and travel styles of individuals or groups. Whether you're into offbeat destinations or unique experiences, a personalized itinerary can cater to your specific passions. Then there are loop itineraries. These start and end at the same point, taking travelers on a circular route to various destinations. If you're someone who prefers to return to your starting point, then a loop itinerary is just for you. On the other hand, one-way itineraries involve traveling from point A to point B without returning to the start. These are excellent for those who wish to explore a region or cover a significant distance. For those with specific interests, themed itineraries are a perfect fit. Whether you're a food enthusiast, a history buff, or a thrill seeker, there's a themed itinerary out there that's designed just for you. Lastly, we have flexible itineraries. These are designed with room for changes and unplanned detours, allowing travelers to adapt their plans based on their experiences and preferences. If you're someone who enjoys a mix of planning and spontaneity, a flexible itinerary could be your ideal match. In essence, the type of itinerary you choose should align with your travel style, interests, and the nature of your trip. Whether you opt for a general tour, a personalized journey, a loop, a one-way trip, a themed exploration, or a flexible adventure, there's an itinerary out there that's perfect for you. Choosing the right type of itinerary can make your travel experience even more enriching. So, take your time to explore your options and find the one that best meets your needs. Happy planning! Now that we know about the different types of itineraries, let's look at how they vary based on tour types. Starting with a private tour itinerary, this is a personalized plan of action crafted by you, the traveler, with guidance from a tour operator. It's the epitome of flexibility, allowing you to decide your own pace, accommodations, and destinations. It's like having a tailor-made suit, perfectly fitted to your travel preferences. Next up, we have the group tour itinerary. In this arrangement, you're part of a collective, moving and experiencing as one. The itinerary is common for everyone in the group, involving shared transportation, common hotel accommodations, and a set list of destinations. It's like being a part of a symphony, each traveler playing their part in harmony. Then we have the Special Interest Tour itinerary. This is a specially crafted itinerary focusing on a particular theme or purpose. Be it an adrenaline-pumping adventure tour, a soul-soothing spiritual journey, a romantic honeymoon package, or a road trip with your best friends. These itineraries cater to your specific interests. A domestic tour itinerary, as the name suggests, is designed for exploring one's own country. It's about discovering the wonders that lie within your own borders. Finally, we have the inbound itinerary. This is essentially a welcome card for foreign travelers, helping them discover the best our country has to offer. Remember, the type of tour you choose will significantly influence your itinerary. So we've learned quite a bit about itineraries today, haven't we? They are detailed travel plans that help manage time, budget efficiently, and ensure organized and stress-free travel. We've explored various types of itineraries from general tour ones, personalized, loop, one-way themed, to flexible ones. We've also discussed itineraries based on tour types like private, group, special interest, domestic, and inbound. Remember, each itinerary type serves a unique purpose, catering to different travel styles and needs. With the right itinerary, you're all set for an organized, stress-free, and memorable travel experience. Happy travels!